We are here at the Red Lion, Rich, Massachusetts, at our hook-in. There's some people coming and going. I'm probably choosing the worst possible time to go live, but let me walk. Well, first I'm going to go on the mic for a minute, and then we'll stay live, and I'll walk you around some of the tables that we've got here and the rug show that we've got here. It has been, Shannon, it's been busy for a long time. Oh, yeah. I haven't had a chance yet to get on the microphone, so let's go do that right now. Nice foodie setup. I am right
The master speaks. This is such a nice event. A sweet person, a nice event.
Oh, right. Am I on the mic here? Okay.
You're sounding
Okay. Welcome, everybody. You know, I have to say, I am used to going live, but I didn't know we had a mic here, so I don't really have anything planned. But I would like to get on and say welcome and a huge thank you to everybody who's here. I feel like this, I'm meeting some of my good buddies for the first time in 4 or 5 years after all of these hundreds of times on the computer, on these live shows going back and forth, chatting and seeing each other's work. It's just so emotional and exciting to see so many faces, like in real life, you know. The great thing I think about the internet and finding each other there is that, you know, we found each other, and that's the good part. But at the same time, we don't always have that sort of human connection, and today we do. So it is something different today. I'm very happy that everyone's here. I'm so glad that we chose the Red Lion. Yes. I've never been in this room before, but I think it is absolutely gorgeous. So far, the food has been great. It's so beautiful here. I love the space, and I really hope everybody's enjoying this space. I know that you have found the vendors, right? Colleen is over here. Colleen Tiefenthal from Beechnut Studio. Haley Perry's back there with Loop by Loop. Anybody, just so you all know, I realize there's a few beginners here. If anyone's looking for a frame, please let me know, right? If you're looking for a frame, please let me know. Kirsten Gay is right behind me here, and she's linked to my brand, Ribbon Candy Hooking, in this corner. We are here to celebrate I forgot about this part. We are here to celebrate the launch of the Haunted Rug book. And, but guess what? It didn't arrive. I am so sorry, everybody. It was supposed to be here on Friday, and it's not. And yeah, I went a little crazy. I think I have some permanent brain damage from losing it for the last couple of days. But at the end of the day, it didn't come, and there was nothing I could do about it. So if you have ordered it from me, I will ship it, because it's probably on the doorstep right now while I'm in Massachusetts. Murphy's Law, so I'm so sorry about that, but there's just nothing I could do about it. It should have been in several days ago, and it's just not on time. So if you ordered it from me, we will ship it immediately. As soon as I have it, you will have it. And if you ordered it from me, you should have also have received the PDF. So if you have the PDF version, I think that's a nice sort of secondary thing to have, because you can sort of stretch the finished pieces super, super, super large if you're looking to do like the eyeball or, you know, and you really want to see what it looks like really close up. You can stretch those images, and you can also download straight from the gridded patterns, right? Because the Haunted Rug is a workbook of almost 200 pages and patterns. And there on one side of each chapter is a new rug hooking pattern. And on the other side is an example of it finished. So the PDF is nice because if your intention is to do some of these patterns, you know, you just print it straight from the computer in whatever size you want. So you're super welcome to look at mine. This is the standard one that's like a workbook that is meant to do like 198 designs in here. Also online on Amazon is a hardcover version if you're more of a coffee table book person. We're ordering that one too, just to have at home, because it's glossy and it's hardcover. So 2 different versions for 2 different people maybe. Some of the rugs that are in the book are right here in the corner, and I'm really grateful to everybody who's here or not here who mailed one of these rugs from the book. Thank you to Shannon and Aryan and Sam and everyone today who was helping with putting them up here on this makeshift display. Everything was a bit of a hustle this morning, But I hope, you're very welcome to take pictures. I hope that you come and look at these rugs, and all of these rugs are in the Haunted Rug Book. There's a few of them that I think stand out as being exceptionally interesting. One of them is the Bicycle Witch, which keeps getting a lot of attention. It is. That is Julie Hassler. So she is not here. She had a wedding today. She's in Michigan, but she's actually flown to Connecticut before to take classes with me. So I've met her in person, and she's super lovely. And I have to tell you, if you've been looking at that Bicycle Witch and you're thinking, what is that material? It's rough, right? But she's obviously hooked with it. What was she using? She was using that yarn that you find at like Michael's or Joann's, and it's supposed to be like you crochet like a scrubby for the sink to wash dishes, whatever that's called. Yeah, and it's rough, right? It's rough. It's almost like a Brillo pad, but it comes in all these crazy colors, and she hooked Bicycle Witch with that stuff. And it's a great new hack. It's a great material. It's inexpensive, and you get that amazing effect. So that one is one that I keep getting a lot of questions about. They are all exceptional rugs, right? I don't want to point out one and say, oh, look at that one. They're all exceptional rugs. The one that I have, that's my hat head, that is all hooked with bat, right? Like bat, like not woven, but wool bat, like cotton candy, just ripping a piece off and hooking with it that way. And when you flip it over, you see the back of it has that press and seal, right? Because it's hard to hook with the bat without it pulling out as you go. So you're welcome to look at the backs of them too, because there are some surprises. There's one by Mike's last name, Mike and Goretti. They're both Canadians. Goretti did the sisters, but Mike, I think he's the only guy that has something in this display. He did the dog with the bones, right? And he is a puncher, but he intentionally always keeps the working side, so in other words, the wrong side, as the side that he likes the most and he displays. So if you're wondering, how did he get that look? It's actually the working side of a punch needle. And he doesn't flip it over. So of course he works with a punch needle that has a short shaft, because why would you waste all that material if you're not going to flip it over anyway, right? So there's a lot of different rugs here that are special, and I think they're all in the book. Well, I see one of mine that I didn't put in the book. At the end of the day, we had so many people participating in this project, and I was so proud and happy and grateful that there were so many people who wanted to be part of the Haunted Rug Book. And the reason I wanted to write the book or compile the book in the first place was because, as a rug hooking brand, Halloween has always been my biggest holiday, right? It outsells Christmas like 100 to 1 for me. And there wasn't a rug hooking book with Halloween patterns. So I thought, well, hey, there's a huge hole in the market here. Let's do it. So we did it. And it turns out that this logic was sound, because there were there's almost 200 patterns in the book. There were about 300 people who wanted to do patterns and or did patterns. And a bunch of people who, of course, had crazy situations happening with health or whatever, and they didn't finish theirs. And then there were a whole bunch, including, I think, 7 or 8 of my chapters that I took out of the book to make room for other people's chapters. Dan said, why couldn't I go through them all? I know, right? I'm so lazy. I'm usually sitting around on my thumb. But the point is, there's a lot more rugs, and I did cut a lot of chapters, and I hope I made good strategic cuts. In some cases, people weren't ready with their rug. In some cases, it was right on the edge of the deadline, and the chapter wasn't ready. So if you have a rug that isn't in this book, or you're looking at this book and thinking, oh, I wish I was in on that project, hey, next year is your year, because we are already advertising, and we've already started compiling seasonal book number 2, The Mystic Carpet. So we'll be doing that next year. So that'll be a part Halloween book. There's going to be a chapter of like famous murderesses. There's going to be a few different sections in that book. So if you want in on that, let me know. Right, we have tons of time now. The deadline will not be until like late next summer, so tons of time on that. In the meantime, we're working on other projects always at Ribbon Candy Hooking. Right, we're putting the Rose Book together. We've got a few other projects happening this year. Make sure that you grab my card if you don't know me. If you love hooking, you love working on projects, you love doing other fiber arts, you love to see your stuff published, right? Everybody should have that feeling of getting their stuff published and be celebrated and have other people look at your stuff and say, yes, look, it's you in print, right? So either one of the books for that, or Magpie Times Magazine. And we've got the issues 1 and 2 here to look at. I don't know if we're sold out of everything. We're definitely sold out of issue number 3, but we are now on the 4th issue of Magpie Times, and this is a quarterly magazine. So the deadline is not up for this one yet. If you have something winter, general winter, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, anything for the season, we would love it either for the gallery or if you're ready to give us an article. We're still collecting content for Magpie number 4. The theme is Marshmallow World, so it's a winter theme, like the song, right? Yeah, so that's not due until November 10th. So you can get in on things, get going, that's it. You can get in on things no matter what you like. So be thinking about Magpie Times Magazine. My card has ribbon candy hooking on one side, and that's where you can find me for live shows, for books, for projects, for things we do together, for get-togethers like this. But on the flip side, it's Magpie Times. So be thinking about whether you're a beginner or you've been doing this forever, be thinking about what you might want to do if you want to participate in stuff and put yourself out there, right? Why not? Never try, never win, right? It's not Celebration Magazine. I'm not dissing. That was naughty. That was naughty. But yeah, no. I like to see the work of people who are beginners and all different kinds of work. And I think the display here really represents all of those different things. Does anybody want to shout out besides Anne? Anne is dressed as a hooker. Did you all notice that? I just want to be sure that you realize that that's a costume.
That's great.
Because she came in the door and she stood like this. Well, hey, it's all great to see you all, and this is a super fun party. I hope that everybody's comfortable. There's some nice food out there. There's a cash bar. There's drinks there that are not part of the cash bar. And later on, I think we're going to have some desserts brought out, so all of that stuff is here. It's finally quieting down for me, so I'm going to be able to walk around and visit with everybody. Am I missing anything, Kirsten?
Yeah, the hook runs downstairs.
Yes, okay, tell me that one more time.
Yes.
So downstairs in the store. Now, those of you who've seen it, are we talking about the little gift store that's in the corner?
Yeah, it's right as you get off the elevator.
Oh.
It's right in front of the elevator. There's a gift shop, and they have very old vintage hooked rugs. Some of them in very, very small cuts.
Did you all hear that?
Yeah,
So downstairs.
they're really interesting. Just to take a look.
So there's more than one gift shop down.
I think there is, but this is the one right in front of the elevator. That's the only one I've been to in this building. And as soon as the elevator lands, you go right in, and they're in there in a couple of baskets scattered around.
I'm so glad that those were spots.
It's really
right?
neat. Yeah.
Oh, that's really great. Thank you. So there's some vintage hook rugs downstairs. That's worth checking out. Hey, if you all are enjoying this, make sure you give me good feedback because this could be something that we do annually.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice location. I mean, it's a great location. The inn has been great for us. I think this is the largest room? Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah, this is a Hitchcock, right? Yeah, okay. Well, hey, everybody, have fun. I am so glad that you are all here. I am so sorry about that book. Murphy has a special eye on me in my life in general. So I'm so sorry.
That sounds like a rug.
It was number 1 in rug crafts for a couple days. It's on Amazon. I stopped following it. It was for a spell. That first day it was number 1, and then it slipped, and then it was number 1 again. So it's exciting, and Magpie was up there in the top 3. Magpie is usually in the top 3. What's so exciting is that, again, one of the things about the computer, and I hate the computer, but one of the great things about it is that it's such a great platform to reach people. And in doing these books, right, this is my 3rd book, but it's as a group project, this is our 1st book as a group project, right, besides the magazine. This is such a great way to get the word about this craft out there. And more people are finding it, and yeah, that's because of you all, because as Anne pointed out, there's no way I could have booked almost 200 rugs for this book. So thank you to everybody who is involved. I'm sorry about the timing of the shipment, but I'm going to get everything shipped out to you. And thank you so much for being here. I will be walking around. Bon appetit, and happy hooking, everybody. Interesting, good question. Who came the furthest? Well, Mandy Cornish came from Yeah, Michelle came from Texas. Yeah, that's far. Angie Cornish came from Western Canada. Yeah, Texas is pretty dang far too. From Fort Worth. I'm glad to hear it. It's, it's great that we have some exciting travel. Becky came from Indiana, that's
How many,
5 hours
how
drive.
many states? Let's do
Oh, how many
states.
states? Good one.
How many from Massachusetts? How many from Rhode Island? New Hampshire? Vermont? Maine? New York?
Connecticut.
Pennsylvania? Delaware? New Jersey? Maryland? Virginia? Washington DC? North Carolina? South Carolina? I feel like I'm in 1770. Georgia? Connecticut? Sorry, Connecticut. Florida? Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, North Dakota, Nebraska, South Dakota, Arizona,
Geography is
Colorado, New Mexico, California, Oregon, Wyoming, Washington, did Arizona, Kansas, Kentucky,
Kathleen, I'm calling you if
West
I'm everyone
Virginia.
who wants to be a marine. You're my photograph.
Anybody from Europe? No? That's a goal.
There's people from more places than I thought. I have to say. Yeah.
What?
Well, hey, thank you all for coming. That's a great process. That's pretty exciting.
Pretty good.
Yeah, all right. Happy hooking, everybody. Have a great afternoon.
We're just going to take a peek around the room here. Beach Nut Studio. This is Beach Nut Studio.
Hello. Thanks for coming to the haunted ride.
Yeah, we're just showing her tables and everything she has here. And we'll walk on over here. Loop by Loop Studio.
I'm trying to remember if Loop by Loop existed when I started. When did you start?
2013. Okay, we're going to mosey on to the back and see if we get some good close-ups of the rugs now. Alright, we're going to come back to those. And this is Kirsten's rugs and her table. It's a little tight in here. And here's Ribbon Candy Hookins' table. Variety of patterns. Books out there. Let me show you something if you haven't seen these. This is something new that she just did for this event, but she'll have these for sale. Little bat with all the wool hanging on it. 12 strands of wool hanging on the bat. We'll go.
She's been burying that car.
I'm gonna sneak right behind you. Here we go.
We can range from 4 people to 15.
Sure.
And yeah, anyone's welcome.
That's great. I like that. Okay. Oh, so you're there early. Okay.
Yes, I'm there early. The more she wants to she's like, whoa!
Oh, I'm sorry.
I remember
And we take a last peek over here.
Yeah, that one with the little color pattern here. That's the kind that
Okay. And that's all we have for now. Thanks for watching.